PatriotsQuestion911.com. I read the story about William Rodriguez and Felipe David. I'm gonna post a link. Mr. Rodriguez, he heard a smaller explosion before the huge one in the World Trade Center. He witnessed a man coming out of an elevator who was really, really badly burned. His name was Felipe David. He's also alive. He's a World Trade Center survivor. He was around 1,100 feet below the airplane crash. The official theory has just left it out. There's no mentioning of the first bomb. They took these people's statements and they just didn't care. They didn't use them. They left things out. I think it's really disrespectful. Inside job? Definitely. I'm watching his picture right now. He's real. They just piss on people. That's what I'm fighting for. What are you fighting for?
The official story of 9/11 is bogus. It's a pack of lies. The cover-up is blatant. The cover-up is bad. The lies are obvious. Demand the truth. Demand the truth now for the people who died. Demand the truth now for generations to come. We can't let these people get away with what they've done.
I just have one thing to say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't, not at all, I'm pretty much a realist. But the official storyline regarding 9/11, and for any thinking, rational person, people even employing common sense, the entire story just simply doesn't hold water and doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There are simply too many coincidences that have happened along the way, prior, during, and after, which have no explanation whatsoever. So the official story is untrue. And what we're being fed through various news agencies and so on, and even through some conspiracy sites, is hold your breath. You haven't heard the half of it, because the official story is a lie.
I'm no scientist, but when it comes to 9/11, you need to think about this. Who had the most to gain from 9/11? Who gained power from it? And second, follow the money trail. Where does it lead? Those are two key questions that need to be answered and solved. With an open mind, of course.
When it comes to the truth, you can't just listen to what the people around you, or the people you even trust and believe in, say. You have to take it a step beyond. You can't even believe what the experts say, because experts can say something and then other people can manipulate what you're seeing. You have to think to yourself, inside your own brain, to come up with what you might consider to be the truth or not the truth. There's an innate quality inside each of us to determine what is fair, and that is the question, is what is fair and what is justice. The definition of justice changes, or at least the practice of justice changes, and that's one of the problems with our system today, is that justice is completely out of control, and the people who are dictating justice are completely immoral and corrupt.
Questions. People don't ask questions enough, and most people don't wonder or even really care what the governmental agenda is, because they don't believe that there is one, and they believe that the government has our best interests at heart. They don't, and I think that everyone should ask questions and demand answers, because blind faith is the same thing as ignorance.
Next time you hear it's for the red, white, and blue and supporting our troops, think again. What they really mean is it's for the black gold oil and supporting big oil and their friends.
So hypothetically, think of it this way. How are you going to feel in the future in our children's history books? It will be written that the government did in fact stage 9/11 for the sole purpose of striking fear into American citizens' lives and hearts. So much fear that we would allow our government to possess more power than any one government should ever have. I implore you to dig deeper, because you will be shocked You will be disgusted and you will feel betrayed by your government.
Okay, I got this down to one sentence. I think there's a damn good reason that developers use controlled demolitions. And I don't think it's logical to believe that in one day, 3 buildings fell so beautifully by demolition standards without assistance.
Hey, you want to find out why hundreds of senior military and intelligence and law enforcement officials want a new investigation on 9/11? And did you know that 9 of the hijackers are still alive? Public officials were warned not to fly. CIA did insider training. NORAD was ordered to stand down for an hour and 30 minutes. Bush knew before he gave Little Goat's speech that the buildings had been hit. He flew 144 of the bin Laden family up. And on the morning of 9/11, Bush Sr. was meeting with the head of the bin Laden family. Well, that's just a fraction of the different things that happened that morning that just don't add up and support the official story. And maybe you should check out the link under more information. Thanks.
All we want is the oil. They don't care about human lives. This whole thing with 9/11 was a catalyst to get the herd moving the way they wanted them to. You try to tell me bin Laden did it? Like in a game of dominoes, it took many pieces to achieve this. Why hasn't the truth come out? It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors if you ask me. I'm not saying it's an inside job, but it took many pieces. Awful lot of things went right for them that day. Awful lot of good people died that day. About time you started asking questions. Think about it.
You know, and some people say, well, you're unpatriotic to question the story. No, it's unpatriotic to not want to know the truth. Not unpatriotic to use logic. A number of very logical people question the events of 9/11. 510 architects and engineers, over 120 pilots, senior military, intelligence service, government employees, and law enforcement. It's not unpatriotic to question, to want to know what happened to your fellow Americans. It's unpatriotic not to want to find out.